guys, it's TEW2016 here, and welcome to my first ever TEW2016 video. Now, this isn't going to be a video on any series or anything. It's basically a video that's really just going to show you what TEW2016 looks like for its beta slash demo. Really give you an idea of what's changed since last time, give you a little look at the game, see what you think. You could be somebody that's kind of been on the fence with it before if you were going to buy the game, or if you're some of the people that have watched previously the FM stuff and are curious to see how TW works, this is a good way to get into it. So it'll probably be maybe a couple of videos on this because of just the sheer magnitude of what's in the game, but I'll try and squeeze in as much as possible. So you don't want to be sitting watching a 60-minute video, let's maybe break it down into smaller segments. But enough of me blathering on about that, let's get straight into it. So this is the save I've been doing. Now, the reason I didn't want to do a series straight away is because there's obviously bugs and stuff like that and errors. That's always going to happen in a public beta. That was the case with this save. Just messing about as the WWE, and basically I couldn't get by Friday in the first week. That has been rectified in the first patch, so that's fine. But, as I say, any series won't be starting until next week till we get the full launch, and hopefully myself and a few others have helped Adam discover a lot of the bugs and they can be eradicated in the game. So, for the weekend, this is your entry screen, obviously. So you're looking here, pretty similar apart from the fact everything's up the top now. You have your news screen, this will give you everything as always. That's not changed since last year. Your diary, exactly the same, letting you know what events are happening, when, and what TV shows are happening as well. So that's fine, that's the same. Your company wars, exactly the same as well, just telling you where everything is in the world. As I say, you get a few extra additions to Europe, Italy, France, just to name a few. We'll get to that down the line. Your Power 500, that's exactly the same as last year, so no changes there. Your Hall of the Immortals, pretty much the exact same again. This is the game's Hall of the Immortals, so that doesn't change. You now have your own company's Hall of Fame, so you can add people in at your own point, whenever you feel like they deserve to be. Obviously, I'm the WWE, so this is WWE's Hall of Fame. You can go through and see every company that has one, so TNA has Sting in their Hall of Fame, New Japan has Antonio Inoki, Matt Bloom, to name a few. But it's just like you can add any person in, they don't have to be within your company. There's an option elsewhere in the game, but this is where it's obviously visual, and you can see who's all in the Hall of Fame. Get your usual end of year awards, Wrestler of the Year, you name it, everything's there as per usual. But the one big change I've noticed from here is the most popular wrestler. So if you're a company that's sports entertainment and you're based on pop rather than anything else, it gives you the top 100 workers across various regions. So you can see how the average popularity of John Cena, alongside a biography of John Cena here, little bio. Gives you that, you can go from that, you can see who's most popular in the USA, which is John Cena again, Canada, which is John Cena, Mexico, which is El Hijo de Santo. And then you get Descaras Jr., The Undertaker, John Cena, and stuff like that. If you go to Japan, completely different again. You've got folk like Okada, Nakamura, who'll be a lot more over in Japan. So that's quite a cool wee feature there, I'm enjoying that. If you want to see your emails, you can get them from that screen, and your usual responses, as you can see here. I'm trying to sign Kurt Angle and Shibata, just for mucking about in this little save. As I say, this is like WWE, I will be starting a WWE save, off stream, off YouTube, and I'll be putting the pay-per-views up on YouTube every so often, but because I just want to start after WrestleMania, I just want the April data to start in April and not January and February, but you have to in the beta. So, this screen is different. All your options were usually down the bottom are now to your left hand side. As you can see, usual here, your owner, your size, approval rating, that's all here, that's cool. Again, you can check your emails from here by clicking that. This one, again, is on your decisions. The one next to that is your user, so I've went Stephen Amell, the green arrow for this one. Everything else is still the same here, user talents, user logs, user stats, and your profile. That's all here. And of course this one, your user diary, which gives you the time dates for when contracts are going to expire. That doesn't change. A lot of this has changed. Now, I'm going to try and fly through this because there is a lot to get through. So your roster has a little changes, instead of development, it now says send away. So you can send Adam Rose to NXT to develop his skills. Or, to be honest, just to work down there. You can now send them down for that reason. Apart from that, you can get them, you can see who they're managing. Everything else is ideally the same. Your roster's cool. What I like about clicking the roster overview is not just that you have obviously the entire roster thing there, but you get the contract details, which includes the notes, which will let you know who's creative control, stuff like that, gatekeeper, you name it. You can see who's going to be having an upcoming turn. So if you're forgetting, you're like, oh shit, I've meant to turn him, you can see that. And you get the upcoming gimmick changes. So if you thought, oh, I am changed him into such a gimmick, that's now available. While we're on it and clicking on Adam Rose, better doing it this way. You can see here negotiate skills, so that's pretty much similar there. Employment history, you can see the various characters that he's portrayed during his time. Get the top 10 matches, employment history, title history, physical, and you can blacklist them. So you can shortlist and you can blacklist. Apart from that, you get usual things here. It will tell you the estimated cost. You can see his relationships, behaviours, and obviously the popularity and skills as well. A nice wee feature here is we can go from rail to plan, and we can check pretty much everybody that is about. So all these random people here, we'll go to Pac, since we know what Pac is, Adrian Neville, and there you go. So everybody there through that screen. So that's quite cool. Your product's pretty much the same. The only real changes here is you'll get a few things here, such as you need to have at least one match in storytelling if you're doing the WWE style, and one attractive female for every 20 males. I get caught out with that one, so I need to watch out and put more females on the show. You can also put things saying all matches should be scripted. That will be automatically put into your match thing, your match settings. I'm going to do another video on booking a match and booking angles, because that again is a whole different ball game with the additions there, but you can change it to all matches to be called, and then little things on high risk and spinal impact moves as well. Next up, your storylines, exactly the same. You see here I've went with just the similar styles they're using in real life, in real life. Nothing really changes with that. Titles, pretty much similar again, except this time we can track the title's prestige, which I think is a massive feature. See how good or how bad the prestige is going with the title. So that's good to see. I'm happy with that. Teams, not really much change there, and the same with stables. Your creative meeting is exactly the same. No changes there whatsoever, except you've got a notepad in here, which is a nice little feature. You can access the notepad at pretty much every turn, which is ideal. Show history, exactly the same. You see there I've booked a week worth of shows. You can see now, you can see the broadcast, and it'll give you the full, basically your amount of viewers you've got, whether it be the rating, that's what I was looking for, your full TV rating, and then the exact viewer. So 15 million people watched SmackDown, but it was over a lot of channels, which got a 20.27 rating. So while we're now announcers, I think that's pretty similar. Yep, that's the exact same. No changes there. Chemistry, same kind of idea. Maybe a little change there if it just involves one WWE worker, or if it involves more than one. So that's cool, that's changed. You can do your brand split. Apparently it's a lot easier. It's something I'm not really dwelled in at the moment. So I'll leave that for now. I don't want to explain it and then be completely wrong with it. But one of my favourite features is the Figurehead feature. Now, this was mentioned in the diary, and I did put this up on Twitter. So you can get to pick who you want as your main guy. Obviously, it's got to be a main eventer. But this made me chuckle. Roman Reigns looks like he would be a poor choice for the company's figurehead because he doesn't have the star quality, he doesn't have the charisma, he struggles to play a babyface, and John Cena is moreover. So it'll give you a little idea of who should be your company's figurehead. Of course, with WWE, John Cena has all the essential ingredients, so you pretty much have to build people up to surpass John Cena, become the company's figurehead. It's a bad time when Big Show is very close. And obviously that'll, because it's going to be like put firmly on their shoulders, how they do basically and how your company does lies on them. Schedule, pretty similar. You can edit a few things such and such. Again, nothing really changes in the schedule part of things. You can set the lengths and stuff. Pre-booking, exactly the same. Size, pretty much similar. As I say, there's a few extra places. Iberia, France, Italy, a couple of extra additions to Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Canada as well. So a few extra additions there just to make it a bit bigger. Backstage, a couple of changes there. that looks like it's exactly the same until you go to the Backstage rules. You can now say that there is a dirty doctor. You can now say no outsiders. So a few other options here that can either make or break the Backstage area. Development looks pretty similar there, which is obviously just seeing who's on your development side of things, which it is pretty similar there until you go to child companies. So NXT we can have as either a development territory or the child company. Development territory in this just means that the development is isolated, it cannot hire workers, and it's solely reliant on us giving them talent. So that's one. And your child company is basically it's self-reliant, but if there's gaps in the roster, they will go out and hire talent. So I would probably say the best way is to work it as a development company, although some workers may want to come up. You can work everything out. You can change the owner. You can assign a booker. I changed it to Mick Foley just to test it out. Everything with the roster you can check out again through that screen. You can add events, you can sort stuff out with the calendar, book stuff for house shows to see who works together. So you could be penciling your WrestleMania 40 main event with two guys that have just come through from a dojo or something. But you check everything out. You can change the product. You can add teams, put teams away. So if you want to try a new team in NXT and see how it runs, you can do that. Can't seem to do stables, but you can obviously add new titles, delete titles, vacate titles, and most importantly, check their prestige as well. If you're wondering why the current champion is vacated, Finn Balor just took a year-long injury in my game, which is why I'm so thankful that this isn't going to be my actual save. Again, you can view the broadcasters, that's a whole new thing as well. And you can create a new show for television for NXT. So that was the Child Company's medical, pretty much the same again. You can double click them and do some surgery. Some of them backfired, the likes of Randy Orton and Seth Rollins, but again, it's just the same. And then your whole options with drug testing, which again is pretty similar, but it's previously been. I'm not going to go through and test Ibs right now because that'll take a while. Hall of Fame, you can actually check who are eligible candidates, so it'll give you like so many guys that are in your company and aren't in your company, but it feels that they've won enough accolades within your company to become in your Hall of Fame. So like it would pop up Jesse Ventura, the Iron Sheik people who are not with the company right now but have won enough stuff in the WWE. But you can add like Andy, like I could literally go and add any of these guys in the world. Let's just put a future inductee, and there it says Arn Stevens, Damien Sandow will be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame upon his retirement. And close. Simple as that. That is Damien Sandow in the WWE Hall of Fame when he retires. So that's a cool little touch there on the management side of things. Broadcasting is pretty confusing to be honest to start with because everything now has that is all my current broadcasting deals. Creating your own broadcaster is easy enough, I think. It's just very, very expensive. The way I worked it in World of Mixed Martial Arts was I've done it subscription and I just put everything at small. You may not be looking for that at the moment, so like even if I had to do everything as very small, still talking that's going to be surplus to 30 million, but that's how you would work it. Maybe starting a deal in the USA and Canada, maybe to start with, and then working elsewhere. Obviously, you can see I can call it WWE Network, but it'll take time to build up a bit of money before venturing into that. So that's that usual thing, but stuff like I had to go on Raw, edit, change it away from 3 hours to 2 hours, which you can see I've done. Booked a 3-hour show, hated it to get away from it, but I'm pretty sure you can cancel contracts as well. Or maybe not. I'll need to look into how probably cancel, say like a contract with main event or whatnot. Because it's just mucking about and used to the game, I've been keeping them at the moment. Apart from that, coverage, just again, lets you know what your coverage is in various countries. National battles, again, will kind of give you an idea like your drawing power is. You see we're the most over company in the US and that's our most over guys. If you change it to Japan, you'll see New Japan has the more over guys. It basically works it out to a certain formula, and our formula is literally short. New Japan, we're close, but we would need these guys to get more over in Japan before we could leapfrog New Japan as the top company. in Japan. Your usual relationships, that's pretty much the same, not much has changed there. Alliances, same again, I haven't really dwelled into that, but obviously you'll have that added factor of alliance titles and stuff like that. As I say, I haven't really dived into that to explain it enough, but it's definitely something that if you're not unsure of how I've explained it, definitely check out Grey Dog forums for the developer's diary and various other things that will give you a good idea on that. Talent trades is pretty much the same, and then your shortlist and your blacklist. Now, there's two other things I'm going to quickly touch in this video, and I'll probably do the rest in our next one. Finance. You can now see how much your wage bill is, so that's a big factor, especially if you're someone that likes to monitor it and say, right, I'm a new company, I don't want to go over 10k, or I don't want to go over $1,000. I want to just monitor my wages like that, and that'll give you an idea of your wage bill and your various income and expenditure. So again, that's a good feature. Merchandise has pretty much remained the same, so not a lot changing there apart from the estimated costs. Owner goals, I'm not got any owner goals, but that's exactly the same. Production. Now, I wasn't HDTV, so I could upgrade that. You can see what all your rivals are at, and you can upgrade it from, I think we were just in-house, music-wise to major license, so you can change all that, but it'll give you an idea of what the broadcaster is looking for, and then you have to either upgrade or downgrade depending on the costs of it. So a nice little feature there. You'll probably dwell more in changing it if you're a lesser company rather than the WWE or whoever you may be if you're using the Cornellverse. But apart from that, investments is pretty much the same. And then of course you can start your own company. So there's a lot more to cover. As I say, all these menu bars till day here, and we'll do that, and we'll cover how to book a match and an angle in the second part of this little thing. But just an introduction, but that's all the options you've got available, and that's before you even book a show. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you're pending whether to get it, definitely try out the demo. It's available from the Grey Dog Software website and the forums. Just if you're not too sure of the Cornellverse, download a 2013 mod. Personally, I've used his Fleshy's mod, and I've converted that into working on TEW2016. The chances are I'll probably be using that mod from a series, which will start next week. But say thanks for watching the episode. If you've got any questions, please put them in the comment section below. I'll try and get back to as much as possible. Same if you've got any questions, ask me on Twitter as well. I try and get back to everything as soon as I'm near either YouTube or Twitter. But that aside, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave the old thumbs up. I'm hoping to have the second part of the video probably up on Friday, which I say will cover the rest of the screens, because a lot of them are pretty similar, and the new additions to how to book a show. So as always, guys, thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure, and hopefully I'll see you next time for some more TW 2016 content. Bye bye.